In previous videos, we've talked about MVP, minimum
viable
product.
But today we want to talk a little bit more about what they are, how you can set one up, and how you can benefit from them.
Hey, I'm Chance and this is William, and with MVPs we have three examples we'd like to talk about. Some of these examples just help expose how you might do this in your business. And so first one is CoStarters. We partnered with them and created an app that they were going to show off in a conference that was coming up. That was building something that was small that they could show something valuable and see if this is the tool that would be used going forward, and being able to iterate after that. And so what do we build?
Yeah, so we decided, since we were going to be testing this with people, we didn't want them to have to download an app or really make it difficult for them to be able to use this tool. Obviously we wanted to create something that was going to be useful right off the gate. We had a short amount of time, and so we decided to build a web app. We started with sketches and then building a clickable prototype, and then going all the way up to having a database that's feeding in information and all of that. But the big deal is that with Kaufman, the client on this, they wanted to know, if we give resources to our customers that are here, will they use them? Will they find the information that we have on those resources valuable? What is the thing that they want to know? How do they want to interact with this information? Is it even useful? Should we build the big tool that we think we want to build?
Yeah, the assumption being that this directory would be great for entrepreneurs across Tennessee. This is something really specific for that data. And then we had a small amount of time to do that. So I think we've start and finish. The best part is we had that conference coming up. That was the deadline that we needed to be ready for. And so 3 months there, and then a small amount of features. It was just a simple directory, and really focusing on the mobile experience was another constraint we had. Another MVP we built was for CSA, and there was an event coming up where they're a co-op of utility companies, and all of those members were going to be coming to the event, and we were able to show off something with virtual reality.
We've seen how training can be really powerful in virtual reality, and so we had just a little bit of time to put together a demo to show how you could use virtual reality to train linemen to be able to do things that would be dangerous in real life. So we only had about 2 weeks, and we kind of worked to put this demo together. We showed it off at the event that was down there. It was very simple, where we just had you put the goggles on and you're in the bucket truck. You're actually 30 feet up in the air, which was kind of nice. And you had tools, and you had to unscrew the transformer the right way, and then you swapped it out with another one. The whole experience probably took about 60 seconds for someone to go through, but it was a huge hit at the event. The utility companies were intrigued, and most importantly, our client, CSA, ended up hiring us for a big project that's coming up. So it was successful for us in kind of showing off what we could do, and also kind of plant some seeds in the future for us to be able to build virtual reality apps for other utility companies.
Last example is our Brainstorm app, and we've mentioned this through other channels, but the idea of creating an iOS app that within a week, basically, we wanted to take a bit of our process from our strategy workshop, or just the way that we come up with ideas, and being able to not only have an app that we can go through that process ourselves. I think our team has really benefited from this, but we're also able to share that app with our customers and even prompt them with an idea.
Yeah, this one we were really excited about because it was our own product and something that we use all the time. It was a tool that we ourselves would use, and so we were really excited, and also really just kind of putting those constraints on them. Can we build an iOS app in less than a week? We honestly didn't know, but we were able to put out the first version of that, and we tested it with some people, and what do you know? It works. So we were able to prove to ourselves that we can move really quickly and use that constraint to kind of force us to make tough decisions, right? We couldn't do all of the things that we wanted to do. We didn't have time for that, so we have to cut off all the other things and just focus on the minimum viable product. There's always 3 components that are in an MVP. There is the product, which is where you're kind of figuring out what is the thing that we're testing, what is our thing that we think, what is the problem that we're solving for people. The second one is viable, and so that's where, when you start an MVP, you have to figure out what does success look like and how can we measure whether this experiment was successful or not. And of course, the last thing is minimum. So it's not maximum vision possible, it's minimum viable product. So you want to make sure that you have constraints that are on there.
If you want to experiment with an MVP in your company, then think about the product that you want to test and how you're going to measure the success to measure its viability, and then add some constraint so that you can get it out quickly. MVP, minimal viable product. Minimum? Dang, damn it. Did I say minimal again?
Yeah.
Dang, got it.
Just a little. It was very minimal, the L at the end.